Hi! Within this lecture, we're going to get comfortable with the wheel framework so that we can create our own backdoors in a way that we want. As you can see, we have two tools loaded. We're going to see what are they, and we have available comments in here. So let me make this a little bit bigger. So you can see the available comments. Either you exit or you just run info to get help, or you can use list to list available tools. Later on you can say use or update. So I suggest you run update command regularly in order to get the latest updates, because this creates backdoors and antivirus solutions actually update themselves every day in order to block these backdoors, and will also updates regularly in order to be able to create backdoors that bypasses antivirus solutions. Okay, so this is an ongoing process daily, so I suggest you run update now and then in order to have a fully updated wheel version. And we're going to see how to bypass antivirus solutions. Don't worry about it, but for right now, as you can see, I'm in the version 3.1.4. Maybe you will be in like 3.4, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is just run update and then run list. So as you can see, we have two tools available. One is evasion and the other one is ordnance. We're going to focus on evasion. So we're going to create backdoors within evasion, and the other thing is the ordnance, in which we can create the payloads. And evasion uses those payloads in order to create backdoors. Okay? So if you're not going to deal with payloads, deal with codes, you're going to focus on evasion. If you want to use a tool during the wheel process, all you have to do is just say use and then the tool number. So all the available tools are numbered in the wheel. Okay, not only in the screen but also other screen as well. So I said 1 and hit enter, and it took me back here because I should have said use 1. Okay, so as you can see, we are now in a different screen. It says that 41 payloads loaded. So we have 41 different ways of creating backdoors right now. And as you can see, we have other options right now like back or check virus total against generated hashes, and we can say clean or exit and other stuff as well. So if you want to see the list, all you have to do is just say list. And here we have different options for creating backdoors. So let me make this one a little bit bigger so that I can take you through this list. So if you scroll up a little bit, then you can see the different options, and here is the explanation for that. The first part of these options represent the programming language of the backdoor that is going to be created when we choose it. Okay, so this one, for example, is going to be written by Ruby, and this is Python, this is Go, and you can try and choose your own backdoor and test it. If it doesn't work, you should choose another one. And the second thing is the session type that we're going to be using. So this one has a meterpreter session, for example. And as I explained before, this session will allow us to interact with the victim machine. So meterpreter is actually the most advanced session that you can get, so I believe you have to choose it. And the third part is the connection type. So we have two options in here. One is bind and the other one is reverse. So reverse starts the connection from the victim machine to the Kali machine, and bind actually starts the connection from Kali machine to the victim machine, and it's always safer to work with reverse connections because it's going to be harder for victim machine to detect something is going on. So we're going to test one. We're going to create our backdoor and test to see if we can get a session back from the victim machine. And I suggest you do the same on your computer, maybe with a different version, different setup, different backdoor, so that you can test to see if they are working, so you can switch to the other ones as well. So we're going to stop here and do that within the next lecture.